Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined by Eddie Hearn in Phoenix, Arizona. Edward, we just had the weigh-in. How excited are you for this tomorrow night?
You'll see the turnout in here today. Huge turnout. Going to be a huge crowd tomorrow night. The atmosphere is going to be brilliant. There's such great enthusiasm and excitement for this fight across, obviously, people in Phoenix, people in Mexico, people in San Antonio, but the whole of the boxing world buzzing for this fight tomorrow night. You know it's going to be a great fight. You've got a legend of the sport in Estrada against, I think the best young fighter in the sport, 24 years of age. He was the youngest ever world champion when he won the belt. He's the youngest ever two-division world champion, unified world champion. He's a pound-for-pound great himself, I believe. Tomorrow's going to be special. Great undercard as well. Sonny Edwards got a really tough fight. Ramla Ali going for the world title in a tough one. Look out as well for Cardenas against Barrios. It's going to be a war. It'll be a really, really good night of boxing tomorrow.
First thing I want to ask you about is there's a bit of talk online that the ticket prices for Wembley are too expensive. What's your response to a fan that maybe feels that it is overpriced?
I mean, it's an event of a lifetime. Obviously it's a Riyadh season event, and they'll take care of the pricing. But you've got to look at the undercard and the money that's being spent on it. Liam Gallagher's performing. Got two Brits fighting for the world title. You've got just the best undercard I've seen. I haven't got a confirmation from His Excellency, and I spoke to George Warren earlier. I believe it's around 70,000 gone already. Obviously, the whole lot's going to go, and incredible night.
Will you be pushing for that record to reach the 100,000 mark even?
It's a Riyadh season event, so we've got to speak to His Excellency. But I believe once we get close to that 90,000, they'll push with the council to elevate that to 100,000, and it's going to be an unbelievable night.
We seen last night COLM brought a video out about AJ. I'm sure you've watched that. We've spoke before about COLM, and you said he is a crazy guy. What did you make of that video?
I think obviously Carl said some stuff about AJ in the past. I don't think AJ particularly likes him, and I think it was a word association game or something where he was asked his opinion of COLM, and Carl responded, I don't know. It's not something I ever expected COLM to be doing, running his own YouTube channel and sort of criticising stuff. I think his comments about the Saudi stuff and the atmosphere, I don't really get it. Like, we know that the atmosphere is not as good as it is in the UK or in Phoenix for a big Mexican fight, but it's an emerging market. And I really disagree with Carl about AJ and his resume, his achievements. Even if you take what he's done for the sport and how he's changed the face of the sport in the country, that's one thing. But the actual resume on paper, I think, is really, really good and solid. And if he beats Daniel Dubois to become a three-division world champion, he's one fight away from becoming undisputed. And if he becomes undisputed, he probably goes down as one of the greatest British fighters of all time. So the career is still going. I don't know why there's got to be this comparison, COLM is an amazing fighter, 168-pound fighter, fought everybody, one of the greatest British fighters of all time. AJ's still got another 5 fights of his career, and maybe the most important. So, yeah, I'm not really a fan of it, if I'm honest.
Do you still speak to COLM?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he messaged me the other day, actually. We're due a meet-up, but, I like it when everybody gets on, especially when it's people that I like and care about. I've got a great history with Carl. He's been a good pal of mine. We've had a great experience. AJ's more or less, he's family, but that's how I feel about it. So I don't like it when people criticise him, especially when someone criticises him who I've also had a great time with and also classed as a friend as well, So all I can say is they're actually two people, great fighters with great heart and great qualities. And I don't really like to see it, if I'm honest. But I get it. We live in that world of, Carl's got his YouTube channel. He's trying to create a little bit of noise. He's doing a good job. I think that a lot of it's quite amusing. I just don't like it when two people I know and like and respect go at it, because I think, it doesn't have to be like that.
Let me put it to you. The way Turkey Al Sheikh sat in the middle of you and Frank and told you both to wise up, could we see your big old lump of self sit in between AJ and COLM and squash this beef forever?
Really, I don't think, for AJ, he's got enough on his plate to worry about, what Joshua-Froch says on his YouTube channel. And I think Carl's a very stubborn individual who's got his mindset, he's got his ideas and his opinions, and he's not really one to waver on those. Once he's puts his foot down, that's it. He's stuck with that. So it is what it is. Like, I don't really like to get involved. Just everyone should just try and get along.
CATTERALL PROGRAIS, what's the undercard look like, Edward?
So we're actually at a meeting on it today. I think we'll have our first announcement on that undercard Sunday. We're looking for a big card there. It's the Co-op Arena, a new arena. Obviously, it's a great main event. We're looking for a very strong night of boxing, August 24th. There'll be a press conference next Wednesday in Manchester with Regis Prograis, with Jack Catterall, open to the public, to announce that fight officially with the full undercard announced as well.
Can you tease us with some of the fights that you want to put on it, some of the fighters that we might see?
No, because that's the whole point of the announcement. But there will be another World Championship fight on the card.
Edward, you announced yesterday, well, half announced that Justice Hooney will fight in Australia. Is that a Matchroom show?
Yes, myself and Tasman Fighters and Gold Star as well, working with Spencer Brown on that show, and Justice Hooney moving forward as well. So there'll be an announcement. That show's going to be the end of July. Quite a smallish show in Australia, run by Tasman Fighters on the ground there. But yeah, we will have that Australian show end of July, and it'll be announced probably on Monday.
What's the Matchroom UK schedule look like over the next 3 months, Eddie?
So we have next week, we have Johnny Fisher against Alan Babbage at the Copper Bosch. Then we have August 24th, the Co-op Arena, Regis Prograis against Jack Catterall. Dalton Smith, who's here, will be an announcement, I think next week, about his fight in September. There'll be a really big fight coming to you in October. Obviously, September 21st is AJ as well at Wembley, and a big card there. There'll be a really big fight in the UK in October, and that's about where we're up to at the moment.
The big fight in October in the UK, where's it likely to land in the UK?
Could be O2, could be Wembley Arena, could be Manchester Co-op.
In terms of Belfast, have you had any discussions about that?
No, I mean, Crocker against Donovan is a fight that could land in November or December. We're just looking at that final part of the schedule. Obviously, I would like to also do Sonny Edwards against Galal Yafai. We'll see how Sonny goes tomorrow night. It's a fight that could be for the World Championship. So, yeah.
Any discussions with Stanley Onis on possibly signing him a match?
No, but, I've chatted with Shelley Finkel in the past. I believe he's not with Shelley Finkel anymore. I read that somewhere. I'm sorry if I'm wrong on that. But I also read that he's done an extension with the PBC, Stanley Onis. So you're a bit slow on the news, but I'd expect that from you.
Edward, always a pleasure. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, man.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.